The new batch of skins are here, but I'm still just as confused about them as I was 2 weeks ago. It's the season of the Darken, except that 2/3 of the Darken-themed skins aren't even a part of the Battle Pass, with that spot instead being filled by Arcana's first return in years, alongside Elderwood Alistar, who'd probably supposed to be here 2 weeks ago.
Fashionably late and fashionably fashionable.
Despite the confusingly less than loose connection to the season's theme, the Battle Pass skins for once are actually good, like actual effort got put into them, and the new Visions of the Fallen skin line is such a fun idea. Essentially a Marvel's What If certain champions became Darken hosts, so in that sense, while they are still technically lore skins, they aren't canon to the main timeline. I mean, if they were, then Trin, Garen, and Jarvan would all be dead. Which on second thought, maybe that's not such a bad thing.
You know what? Kill this guy.
But before we can dive further into those skins, first we gotta look at what the rest of this patch has to offer, like Elderwood Alistar.
I thought you were dead.
My death was greatly.
Maybe he's a little late to the party and a little bit far removed from the theming of this season, but it doesn't stop it from still being quite lovely. An Alistar skin that fully plays into his more gentle giant nature while still maintaining that rough toughness he's known for. Really, he's just a natural fit for the Elderwood skin line, even if he's not too different from the others that came before him, but at the very least, it gives me hope. Hope that if this guy can still get a skin this year, then Ivor might still have a chance. Pearl is the best chroma, 8 out of 10.
What does your pen?
1, 2, 3.
The bad news is that yes, this is Jin's second evil red themed skin this year, but the good news is that at first glance, I couldn't even tell that him or Lulu were Battle Pass skins at all. They have unique VFX, the background and the splash arts aren't blurred beyond recognition, and it has an actual recall animation. We've done it, everyone. The bare minimum has been reached. Yippee! Removed from all that, it's still a sublime fit for Jin. The music on the alt is some of the best that he has, and the fact that he has 4 faces on the mask, with the primary one being as close to a skull as Modern League will probably ever get, is a fun way to visualize that he's meant to be the Death Tarot card. I think. I don't know anything about this stuff. Some people said that he's dead, some people said he's the Tower, or the Sun, or the Emperor. Which one of them is it?
I'd have to say, I don't know.
4 times 2 out of 10. Arcana Lulu. Personally, I think this one has much more to offer than Jin does, primarily because it's her first skin in ages that acts more on her twisted trickster side, and Pix is excellently recreated with fully animated blinking, mouth movements, and using his little jester hat as pseudo arms, while also, unlike Jin, is immediately identifiable for which tarot card she is, the Fool, which it is ironically funny that she managed to snag it from Shaco, but also because they decided to give her so much in common visually with our favorite bargain bin murder clown. This is all probably intentional, a clever reference to Lulu and Shaco's quirky encounter, but honestly, that song came out over a decade ago. I don't even remember. What was the context behind it?
I don't know.
9 out of 10. Visions of the Fallen Tryndamere. Setting aside that this is Tryndamere's 3rd evil red skin in a row, it is a callback to Aatrox's old and kind of modern lore where he wished to make Tryndamere his next host body. Please ignore how counterproductive that is to his end goal.
Life is pain!
In that sense, that you can see just how much Aatrox influenced this design. The shape of the horns, the bright glowing chest, the asymmetry of the arm armor, the eye on his shoulder, which is not how Darkens work.
Oopsies!
It functions fine enough, but it's dampered heavily by his old model and animations. But more importantly than that, why did they even make this when Wild Rift's version of Demon Blade Tryndamere is pretty much the exact same concept, but better?
I don't know.
Ruby is the best chroma, 6.5 out of 10. Visions of the Fallen Garen. So immediately we can admit to ourselves that this is the worst one by far, right?
I'd have to say,
Yes.
It has a couple neat things: the transmorph scarf, the distorted family crest on his chest, the blinking ult sword, the helmet kinda looking like Quinn's, maybe as a potential nod to the novella, but this really feels more like a Battle Pass skin than the actual Battle Pass skins we got. Conceptually, of all the souped up and powerful Demacians the Darken could have chosen from, you honestly mean to tell me they would have picked Garen?
I don't know.
On top of visually looking way too human for a Darken, even more so with the chromas, cause all of them turn his purple skin tone back to
Flesh-colored. How offensive.
I guess Pearl's the best one, 5 out of 10. Visions of the Fallen Jarvan 4, Prestige Edition.
You know, it's not so bad.
I've aired my grievances plenty with prestige skins. At this point, they're just normal skins with a tiny bit of fractal glass patterning and FOMO availability, but look at the crown, the neck, the pauldrons misshapen into an almost freakish version of a certain character's wings. Its J-Force body twisted and contorted into an almost pale mirror of Galio, mashing the physical and mythological present and past symbols of Demacia into one creepy fusion, while adding some sick VFX, voice filters, and cape just for some extra spice, while still including that bright white prestige part of the skin, although it's morphed into Petricite, which especially on the model is textured to be reminiscent more of its original wooden state. The face is still a bit too human for my liking, and unlike the other men in this skin line, is held back dramatically by his model, but to me, this is one of the best prestige skins we've had in years. I want to know more and see more like it. 9.5 out of 10. Overall, what do I even call this? Patch 25.17? Is that what we're on now? I don't know. Gets an 8 out of 10. It's unfortunate there's a couple stinkers in here because this patch got me really excited. A lovely variety skin without the need for a dedicated variety patch, battle pass skins that are finally good, and the notion of more alt universe and region swap skins is very intriguing to me. I'm calling it right now. We already know that Zoe is going to be the battle pass prestige skin of the next act, so I have my hopes up that potentially that means that some of the amazing corrupted darkened skins from LOR are finally making their way onto PC. One can dream, right? But those are just my thoughts. What do you fellas think of this lively bunch of new additions? Are you satisfied with the quality increase of the Battle Pass skins? Perhaps you have your own ideas for what champions could look awesome as Darkin. Renekton, right? You were thinking about Renekton? You want to see corrupted Renekton on PC, don't you? Yes, you do. You want to. Succumb to my mind control. Whatever those may be, though, thank you fellas for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.